may have been my favorite of all time.
I couldn't think to all of my favorites, but I did love the Bruno Mars show. Of course, WIT 42 is your Super Bowl 50 headquarters.
Yeah, our Prince of Weather, Mark Prater, standing by. No Purple Rain tonight, though, right?
No, actually, there's so many references I could use to that album. I mean, it was just it was a big time. Morris Day and the Time, though, is what stole the movie. That's just me. All right, you know, out at the Super Bowl, I mean, it's in San Francisco. It's 70 degrees and sunny. I mean, I hate it for them, but the weather's going to be perfect out there. Here, it will be a little bit chillier. Let's talk about temperatures, though. As I mentioned earlier, the numbers will be dropping as we go through the remainder of tonight. There will be a few clouds out there periodically, but as we look at our current temperature right now with a gorgeous view, and again, send us your pictures to report it at WIAT.com. We've got 48 degrees right now with the winds out of the northwest at 7, and that's making it feel just a bit cooler compared to where we would actually look at the actual air temperature across our area. Let's look at the temperatures in our area at this point. We've got 44 in Gadsden as well as Coleman, 47 for Pell City, 48 now for Anniston as well as Birmingham, as I mentioned, 49 for those of you in northern Shelby County. Mid-40s from Coleman back over into Double Springs and Arley, 49 right now for those of you in Hamilton, and we've got 50 degrees right now in Jasper, 51 in Tuscaloosa. Factor in a little bit of a breeze, though. Feels like 48 in Tuscaloosa, 38 now for Coleman. Mid-40s right up by 20 through Pell City, Riverside, Lincoln, Anniston, back into Ohatchee. No rain across the southeast, or snow for that matter. All of the action is well to the north and northeast of us, and a pretty quiet weather pattern, all things considered. The air mass, which is sitting on top of us right now, is not amounting to a whole lot. But as we get into the weekend, we'll start to see some adjustments and changes out to our west, and that will be another cold front that's headed our direction. Now, some of you may not want the colder air moving in, but we have to deal with a pretty healthy batch of it next week. Here's the satellite view. Not much happening, but there will be a few high clouds passing. And as I mentioned yesterday, it's all about that colder air, which is blowing in with the northwesterly breeze, which is helping to keep our temperatures quite chilly. Overnight lows tonight getting back down into the freezing range in most spots around central Alabama, and then a warm up during the day. We'll see 50s tomorrow. A chillier night for tonight compared to tomorrow night, but we're not done with the cold air yet. And it's actually much colder air to the north of us in Canada right now that will be diving into the south as we get into next week. So let's talk about the storm track futurecast. Not a whole lot here. Throughout the night tonight and during the day tomorrow, we look at clear skies. There will be a few high clouds. That's all that's going to pass. There's just not going to be much in the way of moisture to work with. But as we get into next week, there is still the potential for a few showers, and a little bit of that could be mixed over to a few snow showers, mainly in our northeast counties, as a pretty healthy storm moves up the east coast. But 43 is where we're headed for a high on Monday. Tuesday, 39. Overnight lows not quite as chilly as we were looking at yesterday, but we're still down into the mid-20s for early Tuesday morning. That's where we could have a few, quote here, flurries, and then we dry out next week and, believe it or not, start to warm right